Hi foodies, how many of you know about goat with the skin roasted? I know back in the islands I never knew about this at all. I know we use the goat skin to make the drum, the tassa and all of those stuff. My uncle was one of them who used to do the killing of the goat and skinning of the goat. Well, let's take a look. So here I have my goat meat. I give it a good wash with coffee. Then I rinse it off with lime and lemon juice. I have some beef masala here and I want to just marinate this meat really nicely. So here is some fine thyme. This is a dry one, so you know it's very strong. Add a little bit. And here is my green herb or green season as you know it. Let's defrost some of that and add it in there. My ginger garlic paste, in goes some of that for lots of flavors. Some chili powder and a little bit of garam masala. I'm going to add a little bit of mustard oil, which will help in the marinating of this meat. And you know I'm going to do this overnight. Now, some of you may question me, Jenny, why coffee? Well, it's a gamey meat, so the coffee will take away that gaminess from that ram goat smell and ram goat taste when you finish cooking the meat. Overnight, now let's get started. So all that marinated meat in my hot pot, just empty it in there. Remember, we have mustard oil in there, and goat have a lot of fat also, which I did leave some of the fat in the meat. Now, after 15 minutes, low and slow, take a look at that. Yep, the kitchen smells marvelous. Lovely flavorings in there, and it lets its own water out. Let that water burn off a little more. Cover the pot back. Now here we go. That's a further 15 minutes. You see it's all fried, stuck to the bottom of the pot. Nice little roast in there, and that is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to be using a lovely jollof stew. This is a tomato stew. Add that in there. And I have 5 onions, 3 white and 2 red onions, the small ones. Give it a good little mix, slice that up and toss and turn. Now I want to add a little bit of meat base in here. You could use beef base or chicken base and just add that on. Put the lid on medium low and let's cover that pot a little bit. Now after 5 minutes, let's take a look. So that oil from that tomato stew or jollof stew really let out there into the meat with its own, and it's flavor up really nicely. So now let's add some water to boil this meat. It will take a little more than normal time to boil because of the skin. So low and slow does it. So give it a good mix, scrape all those flavorings out. In goes some bay leaf and some riri pepper. Cover that pot and there you go. After 45 minutes, medium low, our meat is all done. Let me know where you're joining from. How many of you know this dish? This dish came from my African co-worker who brought it for me, and I love it. And since then I absolutely love this goat meat with the skin. It's all roasted. Simple and easy do it. Jenny's Walk, sharing all my culinary cooking skills and all my experience in cooking, because I'm very diverse where I work and in my neighborhood. So let's take a little look at that. So just pull that skin out with the fork and I give it a bite. You wouldn't believe how soft and tender this is. Really nice, chewy, gummy, lovely. Just perfect. Jenny's Walk, always bringing great flavors to the table. Enjoy.